Okay, just double checking everything is fine. I don't think we need to look at that. Questing is not necessary in this stream. Not gonna be doing any questing, hopefully. Oh, hey, Ridley. I'm also setting up my chat right now, so I haven't seen any messages except that one. Pop out chat, that sounds good. We had some parrot issues we had to take care of just now. We have a African grey parrot at home, and when we're not at home, we're trying to figure out what we're supposed to do with the parrot. Sometimes we play music, sometimes everything is just silent, and we've had the best effects when there's no music going on at home, because otherwise he gets cranky. He's supposed to get a little bit of sleep. So, talking about that with my fiance right now. Okay, so I have done a little bit off stream. As you can see, I am in fact level 120. Last time when I streamed, I think I ended it off at 112. So I have leveled a little bit. I was so lucky that I came into two groups. One where there was a Death Knight tank that was just way overpowered. So he went as Unholy Death Knight instead. And we just like blasted through the dungeons. Like he just pulled everything and he didn't even die. Like he just pulled everything. So he did that for a lot of runs. Then I ran into a Demon Hunter the exact same way. Just ran through the dungeons. So I got through BFA pretty quickly. So reaching 120. I've also done the necklace artifact quests, the cloak quests. Right now I'm doing visions. Like I haven't done any so far except the first one that's part of the quest line. So I haven't farmed any visions. I don't think we're supposed to, because pre-patch is coming up. So actually, I don't know. Do we need the item level for the cloak or something? I have no idea. Either way, doing a little bit of farming, because I didn't really think that gearing was the right thing to do going into a new expansion. Maybe it's just me. Don't want to waste my time. Okay, so farming wise, I think we're gonna do this zone by zone, and we're just gonna do everything, like, and I'm talking everything. So I'm pretty sure that I have done Pandaria for the mounts that I know of. Like I do know a couple more mounts, but they're a little bit more, I don't know, time consuming to try and get. So we'll go for the quick ones. I think we'll start at Eastern Kingdom. Should I put a portal in Stormwind instead of Borealis? Nah, probably not. Probably not.
Open your eyes, what can you see around? Wind of the open sky,
Oh, and I just went into Antorus on Mythic. Oh, hey, Alk. Well, thank you. I hope it will be a happy farm. It will if I get something. I just got done with a Antorus on Mythic, and I got this shoulder, which is kind of nice, because I have no transmogs for cloth. Like, I'm talking about, like, I may have 2 unique pieces, maybe 3, that I've actually farmed. So getting this thing was pretty neat. It's like the ultimate priest shoulder, I think, at least. Okay, so I have done Karashan, and I have both mounts from there. So we will continue down to Sulgurup and try and get one of those 2 mounts, because I have none of them. Then I think are we pretty much done with this then? I watched your last stream afterwards. That hunter falling twice almost made me Lose hope in your class. It's fun that you mention it. I've gotten my character to 120, right? And I did it by pretty much getting boosted by 2 tanks who were just like boosting low-level players just as a kindness. Like just randomly met them. And there was a hunter in almost every group that I ran with, and they all screwed up in some way or another. Not saying that you are screwing up, because I think hunter is just usually like, you know, when a person is new to the game and they start playing, they choose the hunter. And then because they, you know, the fine motor skills aren't quite there yet, they either fall down into weird places, or their pet is pulling something, or they do something else, which is kind of weird. Okay, so Sulgarup is right here. It's so weird, like, am I flying super slow? I kind of feel like I'm flying with the slowest flight speed, but I purchased the highest one. I don't know, maybe this is... Oh, there's another player here. Yodeling. Okay, let's go in. Oh, it's as a heroic difficulty. Okay, so let's choose heroic. It's so weird to have a dungeon that's only available in heroic. Why not just make it normal and then make it difficult? I guess there's some rules in terms of building dungeons that makes that not a thing. Oh, hey, Dr. Juicy. Okay, you know what I should have? I used to have this little dice on screen that I would roll to see what my chances were of getting the mount that I'm going for. But, you know, I think it's pretty much just a waste of time. Wrong way. This way. Oh, I hate seeing that I don't have my buff. I should probably kill that thing. Yeah, okay. Otherwise, I'm gonna be halfway through the dungeon, kill a boss, and then I can't mount, because it's still after me. Or I could just Shadow Meld. That's a really neat ability. I'm glad that my priest is a night elf. I even think that the male night elves, once we get the new customization changes, like even they look pretty awesome. So if I wanted to play a male character, male just doesn't look very good in cloth. Like if you play any sort of cloth class, I just in general think that you should pick a female character. I think it's the mount animation. His wings are flapping slowly due to his size. It gives the impression you go slowly. It could be. I'm starting to doubt the game a little bit because my what do you call it? You know the mission table in Borealis on your boat, on the boat. Every time I open it up with any of my classes now, I don't get the mission table anymore. No, it's not with every class. It's every new class that I just leveled to 120. Like all the classes that were already 120, they're fine. New classes that I got to 120 since a month ago, they just don't have the mission table. They just get the world map where you can like, you know the one where you talk to like there's the map on the wall once you go into where that guy, the harbor master, is at. It's so weird. Okay. So close. Well, at least we're getting transmog too. Oh, it's a little like rock on. Another thing that broke. If I talk to Windrunner, you know the elf lady that gives you the upgrades. The research options, if I talk to her and I have resources to research, she doesn't let me do it. I'm talking like even the first upgrade, she's not letting me. It's so weird. I can't do anything to fix it. But maybe the reset has fixed it, I don't know. Okay, so there's one more mountain to try. Oh. I think my fiance is calling to an emergency meeting. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Find out what it's about. Oh. 1 second. There is an emergency meeting. My fiance's little sister is having her, what do you call that, second baptism or something? It's the thing that... Okay, well, that's a pain. Okay, so the emergency meeting, she's calling in with her, me, her sister, like another sister, and her sister's boyfriend. Like, they're gonna have a talk. And then she's gonna call me afterwards. So I'll have to take that call once it gets to there. Where's my phone at? It's here. So just FYI, in, I don't know, 5 minutes, I'll have to take a call. It's probably something annoying. Okay, so the second mountain boss is down here. This one is the one that we really want to get. Like, there's a raptor. Don't care much for that one. It would also be nice to get this one, not just because this is the coolest one, but because I don't have to like run through the entire dungeon to get to this one. Okay. Ah, no mount. I don't think there's any more mounts in this area. Well, there probably is, because there has to be some raids or some dungeons like somewhere here. I just don't know about them. Family comes first? Okay. Even if it was something people didn't agree to on stream, I would still have to take it. So, but I'm glad you say so. It can be a little bit annoying to just like 5 minutes after starting the stream. Oh, sorry guys, gotta go for 5 minutes. Yeah, I don't think there's anything here. I think most of the mounts you can farm are on Eastern Kingdom. I mean, most mounts you can farm. I have pretty much the ones that I can farm here. So I think I'll go over there now. What's the faster route? This is where it's nice to have a mage. Let's just go there. Or not, because there is actually some mounts, I think, in this zone. And that was my dog shaking herself. You know what I should do? Hold on, let me just can I write text or something? So if I text GDI plus, I have no idea what that is. Okay, well, let's try it. I'll add a text source. BRB. Okay. Can I choose another font? I can. I think this is fine. I just need some sort of text. Use Google font. Well, that's nice. Font style, regular. It doesn't need to be a color, does it? Can I actually, you know what? Let's make this bold. I didn't do anything. Is the font there? It is. Okay. It needs to be bigger than that. Yeah. Okay. I don't even know. Is it centered? It's not. That's roughly centered. It's not very oh, okay. I think I may have resized it wrong. Hold on. Yeah, that's much sharper. Yeah. So if you resize it just by dragging it, it's not gonna work. Okay. It's not gonna be there right now though. I'll just have it ready for when I do need to go take it. There you go. At least you have music, which reminds me I should probably load up all the songs. Because remember, my music list needs to, like, I need to scroll down to load the songs. Otherwise, it's just gonna stop. Okay, so we're going to Kalimdor now, I think. That makes sense, right? Or should we go to Draenor? Let's go to Draenor. We'll do Draenor. Where is it? This way. It would actually also make sense that I go as Discipline Priest because I do have some speed buffs and I have damage, so there's no need for me to go as Shadow. Like this is my farming spec, I think. Storm Shield. You'll not believe it. Fastest route is always flying. Wink, wink. If you do it one more time, if you mention flying one more time, nah. Okay, so. But you know what? I will get flying. As soon as the pre-patch comes out, I'll have flying. Where's the Flight Master? I can never see it just by looking at the map. I'll actually have to like look around. But like, oh, that's the tallest point. That's where the Flight Master is. Oh, 110 mage. Interesting. So I need to, oh, I do have a flight point unlocked there. That's nice. After getting, like, I'll try to run through Blackrock Foundry to get the mount at the end. After doing that, we'll go and try and get Rookmar. I hope the music is, like, you can actually hear it. Oh, and I noticed my stream has gotten sharper after I tinkered with it. I've really, like, it's really been bothering me that my streams are so much blurrier on YouTube than it is on Twitch. I don't know, it's probably the codec they're using or something. When they have to compress the video information that gets sent to YouTube. It's just so weird. So I tried to tinker with it as much as possible. I think I can't do it much better. I'm right now streaming at 1080p 60 frames per second, which is not, well, if you have the latency for it, or not the latency, the bitrate for it, then you can do it. But it's just like if I could get a really crisp stream at 720 30 frames per second, I would much rather choose that over a blurry 1080 60 frames per second stream. Because 720 on Twitch is much more clear and sharp than it is 1080p 60 frames on YouTube. It's not really the best thing. If they want to get into the streaming area, they'll have to fix that. Like, there's just no way around it. Okay. Blackrock Foundry, here we go. I think I should probably go to Everbloom Wilds and unlock that one. Like, that's a really nice flight point to have unlocked. It's probably, like, even with the flying getting unlocked here, we're not gonna get the fastest flight speed, because that does require that you've done the Pathfinder achievement. You will get the second highest flying speed though. I still think it's gonna be faster than flying to flight points all the time. It must be so annoying watching me run around like this all the time. It's also like you can activate a small minimap down here. 1080p crisp here, awesome. That is awesome. And there we have the flight point. Yeah, the thing is, the more I move around, the blurrier my face gets. So if I want to like totally crisp stream, I need to be like just moving like this, no turning camera. Just move like this. Because the amount of data that comes in, like the more you move around and the more pixels it has to render, the more bitrate is being used. That's why if you go to a YouTube video that's been uploaded to YouTube, if a person... Okay, I have to take this call. Oops. Okay, back again. See if people wrote something. Hey there! I want Jeff Bezos to adopt me. Isn't that the hold on, I gotta blow my nose for a second. Isn't that the Amazon CEO or something? It's a bit cold inside my office. Okay, so I am back now, so I don't need to have the be right back sign. There we go. Besser. See, Besser, the thing is, I don't actually have any food in the office today. We're trying out something different. We're trying feeding you before we go, and then when we get home again. Okay? Because you tend to jump up at my chair. Or at least you've been doing so the previous times. Because you could smell food. So try something different. Yeah, so I took care of the why aren't I flying? This is why. This is why I'm not flying. I want to point out, I did play Draenor back when it just came out, but that was when it just came out. I quit the game after 3 months. There was no flying to unlock at that point. So I have no flying. And we have no pre-patch going on at the moment either, so I haven't been given it to me for free, unfortunately. Okay, so we're in Mythic difficulty. You tried to get into Priest again, but no! So what don't you like about it? Let me know. I think you have to like healing to get into Priest. Okay, so I think we have no AoE abilities. I literally have to hit every single... Is it quicker with Shadow Priest then? That's it. You have to go down, okay? Yeah, you know what? Let's do Shadow. And let's change our talents for farming, because I have no Wait, no, I do! Aha! No need to switch. Don't worry, it will be unlocked for free in Shadowlands. Yeah, it will. Maybe everything? Shaman healing is great. Shaman healing is fun, too. Everything is wrong about the priest, huh? Didn't hear that one before. I have, just to point it out. Mistweaver is fun, too. Like, I think Shaman is more or less like, it has a lot of fun utilities. A lot of fun ways to heal. Whereas Mistweaver, I think, has been like the most pleasant healer for me to play. I think if I had to explain what I like about healing, or just as a priest, I really enjoy the fantasy behind it. I think fantasy-wise, Death Knight is like a 9 out of 10. Like if we had to like rank them or give them some sort of grade, I think Death Knight is like a 9 out of 10. And the only reason it's not a 10 out of 10 is because Priest is a 10 out of 10. For the very simple reason that it has two fantasies going on at the same time. So, you know, Death Knight has this dark, mysterious, necromancy fantasy. Priest has Lovecraftian old god, mind corruption fantasy going on. And it also has the Holy Light. And it has a mixture between the two if you go as Discipline. So it has two fantasies. And I think that's just like, if you had to rate that a 10 out of 10, I think Death Knight, like, it doesn't have two fantasies, even though it has an awesome fantasy. So you have to give it a 9. Which is one of the coolest thing about this class, I think. And it has healing specs, that's important too. I think Warlock and Mage, the fact that they don't have any other specs besides DPS specs, is a little sad. I've always enjoyed healing. Some people think it's boring, I think it's super fun. Man, this is actually, he's not dying instantly. Well, I'm not like, you know, like super well geared. My item level is like 396. I mean, I just hit 120, so what could you expect? There you go. I'll get a lot of loot. Or not. Oh, it's all the same. That's why I didn't get anything. I was expecting a lot of transmog to be like popping off my chat or something, but I have all of this. Because there was like 3 items. Okay, well I can run fast, so I'll run fast. I love the floating bit. I like Mistweaver because you're doing more than healing. I really like that too. You're actually like, Mistweaver has 2 playstyles. You can just sit back and heal, or you can also be DPSing at the same time, like as an incorporated part of your rotation, which I think is fun. What is it called? Kick weaving or something? Fist weaving? It's a lot of fun. It's the same reason why I like Priest and Paladin when it comes to healing. I'm not a big fan of Holy Priest. It's cool for just like if you want to, you know, just have a laid back experience, not really doing much. But if you want to deal some damage and have a fun healing spec, then Discipline Priest is like, it's so much fun. Because you're just like dealing a crap ton of damage while you're healing. The more damage you do, the more you heal. Same thing with Paladin. It's not like the more damage you do with the Paladin, the more you heal. It's more about, you know, spending your healing spells, and then when they're on cooldown, you damage to get them off cooldown again, which is kind of cool. So, you know, those types of healers are just in general like super fun. Oh, I just realized why I'm not doing like super high damage. It's because, of course, I'm playing a healer spec. Like, I'm doing good damage, I'm just not doing like DPS damage. Oh yeah, you can interrupt a lot too. Like, Monk in general has a lot of utility that I really like, even as a healer. Ooh, look at that. Okay, what did we get? I got some new shoes. That's awesome. They look kind of good. I would say they look good. And we got this cool looking thing with like a void crystal or something. That's kind of neat. Ah, of course I pulled something. I hate they slow me. Just go away. Oh yeah, but by far, I'm like a super fan of Shadow Priest class fantasy. It's just like, I never knew. I don't know why I just didn't notice. Like, you know, I'm not a WoW veteran, so I didn't know these type of things. I never really, like, it didn't click for me that all the old gods in this game were a direct reference to Lovecraft. And once that, like, the bricks fell into place, and I knew that. Oh.
Hello, welcome to the first tutorial done by Brackies. Hello everyone, hello everyone.
Wait, what? Is Bracky saying goodbye to YouTube?
Hello everyone and welcome to this video.
Hello everyone, it's me. Hello everyone. As you can probably guess from the title of this video, we have some news that we would like to share with you. This is pretty crazy, so I'm just...
Hold on. Is Bracky's closing down his YouTube channel?
Gonna come right out and say it. This is our last video. Yeah, I know that sounds really dramatic and you probably have a bunch of questions, so I'm gonna do my best to answer them. Let's start with the why. First of all, I just want to be very clear that this decision does not come from a negative place. Nothing in particular has prompted us to stop, no one is mad at anyone or anything like that. The reason why is simply that it's time for us to move on to new things. Personally, I've been making YouTube videos on game development for almost 8 years now. That's a long time. I was 12 when I first picked up Unity and 15 when I started the channel. So I've spent a lot of my younger years trying to make game development more accessible. And it's been an incredible experience. Of course, making the videos themselves, getting to teach game development to an audience and watching that audience grow. but also running the channel with good friends, moving into an office, traveling to events and meeting developers from all over the world. But of course, all good things must come to an end. And while I'm in love with game development and it's been amazing creating all this content over the years, I just checked, we've made like 460 videos. It's time to take a step back and see what other fun stuff there is to try. So, what does that mean for the future? Well, personally, I'm gonna be taking a break from the game development space. Maybe pursue some personal projects or learn some new skills, maybe get a bit more time for family. For Brackies, this means that we will no longer be putting out new content. Will there ever be new videos again? Who knows, but we don't have anything planned. But I want to make it very clear that we'll be keeping everything up. All of our videos will still be available to watch. We've been working on putting subtitles on a lot of them as well. The Discord server and forum will also remain active. The same goes for line of code and dev assets and all of our other downloadable content. The only thing that we'll be taking down is the Patreon page. So a huge thank you to everyone who've supported over the years. Brackies wouldn't have been possible without you. And I've mentioned a few things that made this experience creating Brackies amazing. But for me, the most important thing is the incredible community that has evolved around it. It's truly been incredible watching a community come to life in this way. And most importantly, that it's become such a supportive, welcoming, nice, and just fun place to be for game developers of all different kinds. And while it's time for us to move on, the last thing that I want is for it to have any impact on the community. Because of that, the Discord server will of course remain active and fully functional, and the Discord
Okay,
staff
well,
will
I'm getting the gist of what's going on here. Huh. So Brackies is stopping his YouTube channel. Like, he's not shutting it down, he's just stopping it. Interesting. That leaves open some possibilities, because I've been trying to stay away from his area of expertise, creating video games, because he's another Danish developer that I actually advertise on my channel, and I'm talking about my other channel, because I have two. So maybe this leaves open for, like, you know, if he's not interested in doing more tutorials, then, you know, it leaves open for a new area. That's kind of neat. And I'm glad that he's not stuck with YouTube if he doesn't want to do it. I know how that feels like. The difference between Brackies and me is that I have been stuck doing tutorials on the other channel for 7 years, and I just never moved on from it. Like, I didn't want to make just tutorials for 7 years, which I announced when I changed my name to Danny Crossing. Which, in case you don't know, I actually have another YouTube channel that has a lot more subscribers. This is my hobby channel for now. So that's interesting that he's saying goodbye. Either way, probably not something that people find interesting. You don't like the Kung Fu fantasy? Like, no kidding. I have actually been a martial art teacher for 10 years. Well, that's a lie. In 8 years, if we have to be like specific. I don't like the Hollywood Kung Fu fantasy. I like the realistic martial art fantasy, if you kind of get the difference there. To give an example, if you learn Kung Fu or Taekwondo or, you know, any sort of like really flashy oriental martial art, it's not really something you can use on the street. Like, I promise you, 80% of what they teach is not usable in real life application. Oh, am I actually dying? Oh no. So no, I'm not really a big fan of like the Kung Fu fantasy. Oh, it's the eye that's here. That's what's killing me. I did boxing to start out with many years ago. I think I was 16. Then I took 2 years where I didn't do anything because boxing was just like when you're 16 and all your opponents in the club, like the boxing club, they are twice your age. It's not fun sparring with them. So I took a break from there. Then I moved to the US and I started doing, you know, Taekwondo, combat Hapkido, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I started doing Capoeira, XMA, which is like, what do you call it? Like a really fancy it's Hollywood martial arts, basically. It's not something you can use in a fight, it's just flashy. It's pretty cool, though. You learn backflips and stuff. Then I also did Jungfang Ji Kundo, which is what I continued learning after getting my black belt, because Taekwondo it's more of a sport, really. It's not really self-defense. And then I started teaching it, Jungfang Ji Kundo, once I moved back to Denmark after living in the US for some years. And that's like a period of like 8 years, I just mentioned. Then I stopped doing it because I moved away from the city I lived in. The club that I was teaching was there, like I had my own team and everything. Moved away. Didn't really feel like the small town I was moving to was big enough to start something in. So I just kind of stopped it there, and I haven't really done anything since. I think I still have all my martial art books and stuff. But yeah, you would think that the monk fantasy would be like really appealing to me. It's not really. Like it's one of those things where like I look at it and I see all the movements they do, like the monks when they fight in this game, and I'm like, I can't stop analyzing on it. Like that's not gonna work. Like it's kind of cringe when you know that it's like it's Hollywood kung fu, you know, and it's oh, go away. Go away. Go away. Can I fear it? Yeah, I can. Okay. So yeah. And hey, Ayana. Had it not been because the monk fantasy was holding me back, the monk would actually have been one of the most ideal classes for me to play, just to mention it. Because the way that it actually plays in the game, gameplay-wise, it's just super fun. It's an amazing brawler class. And it's just, you know, it's just so much fun. So much fun. Show some moves? Oh, you don't want me doing that. It's been some years. I'll break something. Like punch a hole in my monitor or something on accident. Okay. And I hope I didn't ruin anyone's monk fantasy, by the way. If anyone was playing monk thinking that like the moves they do is like, oh my god, you know, if I knew that in real life, I would be super powerful. So basically, I'm in a fight over you. I mean, not like I want to fight, but just sparring, you know, that's fun. Oh, hey! Kenny's in here. Sad thing to see brackets heading off, but a good last video. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just saw Bracky's. I don't know if you went here for it. I think it's good that he is, like, if he's not happy doing YouTube tutorials, I think it's good that he's saying goodbye. Like, you know, it's sad to see his tutorials go because he has, like, the best game development tutorials you can find online. Like, if you buy stuff online to teach you game development, it's not going to be as good as his free content. Like, that's just how good it is. So yeah, it is a bit sad to see it go. I sent it to my fiance as well because I thought she might be interested in seeing it. And he's another Danish person. How dare he? Putting us to shame. No. Okay. I need to get this skip for this place because I'm probably gonna run this like quite a lot. There he is. That's the same as if you lost interest in what I'm doing. It's good to stop while the game is fun. Yeah. I actually made the mistake, like the tutorials on my mmtuts channel, just to mention it, because I don't know if you noticed, Kenny, but I actually changed my name on my channel to Danny Crossing because I've been doing tutorials for so many years and I was scared of not doing tutorials anymore on that channel and do something else instead. So I just kept calling it mmtuts and I just kept doing tutorials, which meant that I ended up uploading roughly one video a month, if even any. And that's because I just had, like, I was completely burned out making tutorials. So I decided to, after a talk with my fiance, because she recommended that I maybe started doing what I actually enjoyed doing on that channel. So I started doing some horror gameplays, different things, and now I'm actually back in it. Like I'm making tutorials again, but not just making tutorials. I should have done that 4 years ago. I don't need to use fist a lot if I fight. Oh, really? Well, feet is fine too, but the rule of thumb is that you don't want to kick above the hip. It's one of those things where like people learn in, for example, Taekwondo to kick someone in the face. If you do that in the street, I promise you, unless you're like a Olympic or just like a really good like you know, sports person when it comes to like you do competitions and stuff. Unless you're like super good at not what do you call it? Showing. What's it called? Like when you show something before you do it. Hinting to that you're about to kick someone. Like they will grab your foot. And if they have your leg, they won the fight. Like it's just like you don't do that on the street. You kick the knee, you sweep the foot, you never kick above the hip. So like that's the sort of thing that they teach you in Oriental martial art. Like the monk stuff they're doing here. Like spinning kicks to the face and stuff. And it's just like, oh, no, don't do that. Yeah, I use the sword in my fighting style mostly. Well, that will definitely have you winning. Much more efficient. Even better, if you get in a fight with someone, running away is usually the best way to get out of it without getting hurt. Telegraphing, it's called telegraphing. When you show what you're about to do. Like if you like do a lot of fancy movements or just a big movement before you're about to kick, then people will see it. Yeah. Okay, let's actually use our cooldowns here. Because I have some cooldowns I'm not using on these bosses. Yeah, I'll just stand still. I need to do something to upgrade my cloak, because it is kind of bad that I have like very little corruption going, but it's enough to like get the thing to chase me. Oh. Oh, I thought for a second that my bag was full. I do Kendo? Oh yeah, that's awesome. My combat Hapkido instructor used to do Kendo. Well, he still probably does. Like he did it when I knew him, which is quite some years ago. So I don't know if he's still doing it. Probably. Oh, I hate that thing. Go away. All right. Oh, Ken is sending something. Oh, Cyberpunk, or well, CD Projekt Red is streaming something on Twitch in 23 minutes. If I want to do a react and stream, probably not. Not with that one. I think if it's WoW related, I'll probably do it. But I think I'll watch it afterwards because I want to see it. I just don't want to see it on stream. I'm really excited for Cyberpunk. Like that's like my fiance and I, we're hyped for Cyberpunk. We're gonna purchase it as soon as it comes out. The only struggle we have is whether to get it on PC or PlayStation. Okay, let's see if we can kill this really fast. Oh, I hate those stuns. I remember back when Legion was current content, and oh, a thing from Beyond, and these what do you call it? This particular boss here was like you needed 2 people to beat it. Yeah, that was so annoying. She stuns me, of course. Of course she would do that. Okay, she's dead now. Maybe I should go Shadow Priest. I don't know, it just feels a little bit slow. I'm not getting anything new. Well, I'm mostly getting plate and leather. Oh yeah, in case people don't know, if you don't have the mount yet from this place, go behind these barrels and talk to this guy. He will give you a skip. Of course, you have to farm for the skip first, but once you have it, you can just skip straight to him. I bought a very sharp katana, and I do have a samurai armor. It's pretty old, but in good shape. I tend to it a lot, so it doesn't break down, and I'm sure it still works to use in wars. Awesome. Do you have it laying, or do you have it on a mannequin so you can like display it? That's really awesome. I would love to have one of those standing in the back. Yeah. I have bought a katana before, but it was you know when you go buying a katana, they come in two different versions. They come in the ones that are actual swords that you can use if you want to, which usually cost at least $1,000 or something. And then you have the ones that are just like, you know, for display, and will break if you try to hit something with it. That was the type that I bought, so it was just for show. Okay, well, I'll check. 1 second. I'm getting asked something. Well, that's a good question. We'll just answer. How about in-game? Well, it kind of looks like this. Oh, you do have it on a mannequin. Awesome. Bet it looks pretty cool. Should I just go Shadow Priest? Like, let's be honest. I'm probably not gonna farm anything special. You know what? I'm gonna go Shadow Priest. It's just so much faster. Talents, I'm gonna change that. I do have this thing here, so I can change it. Body and soul. There we go. Oh, need to. Yeah, this is better for damage. The only bad thing about Shadow Priest in BFA is the obvious one, which is that you have void form, but the way it's been created is just super bad. Ooh, I've been wanting this one. The problem with current void form is that you have to build up your void. What do you call it? Your void energy. You have to build it up. But if you do PvP with, like, it feels like a PvP spec basically, because if you have to do this in PvP, your enemy is gonna do whatever he can to not let you build up void form, and then once you finally get it, after you try and try and try, because you have no damage outside void form, then he will just lock you down as soon as he sees you pop it. And then when void form is over, you have no damage again. So it's super bad in PvP. The new way they made it in Shadowlands is just so much better. They spread out the damage a bit more, so you have it outside void form, and then they made void form into a cooldown without restrictions on it. Like, you know, you don't need resources or anything. That's really neat. So Monk is so cringe for me now? It's not really cringe. It's just, you know, I run around knowing that the moves he uses is fantasy, which is kind of a weird thing to say because I'm playing a fantasy game. When I see a mage shoot ice block or something, you know, I don't go like, ugh, that's so cringe. That's not a real life thing, you know. It's because I know that the monk fantasy is something that is a real life thing that they incorporated into the game, and the way they incorporated it is very flashy and very, like, it doesn't work, basically. It really is awesome. I love samurai history and Japanese history. I do speak Japanese. I lived in Japan for 12 years and visited samurai houses and such to experience it. Awesome. I've always wanted to go. And when I was younger, I used to have like a lot of like just different stuff. Like my room would be decorated in Japanese fashion and stuff. It was, you know, because I did martial arts. I had a big passion for it. I think my passion went a little bit away when I realized, again, that the martial arts from you know, Oriental countries, they're a little bit more like, they're 75% flashy, 25% useful. Not saying you're not going to learn to defend yourself. If you were to learn like Taekwondo or something, karate, kendo, like, of course you can learn to fight, but you just need to be really critical about asking yourself, okay, so all this stuff that I'm learning in Taekwondo, for example, which one of it is actually useful in a real fight? When you learn to kick someone in the face, make sure you know that it's not something you should do in real life. You're doing it to get more flexibility and to get more control over your kicks. You're not doing it to learn to kick someone in the face. That's the difference there. So I think that's the important difference. Yeah, just get a gun. That would be, like, if you want to defend yourself, that is what you need to do. Get a weapon. Or a sword, right? That's basically like, if you also, like Bruce Lee, he is a huge person who influenced martial art because he was like the first person to really take all the different martial art styles and like from all cultures, mix it together, ask himself, okay, what can I actually use in a real fight? What is just like, you know, flashy, and what's actually useful? And then he threw away the useless and he kept the useful stuff. And he made Junfan Jeet Kune Do, which sounds very oriental, but it's actually, it looks very much like street fighting. Like Krav Maga, for example, that's what it looks like if you were to practice Junfan Jeet Kune Do. It's very useful for learning street defense. Basically, you're being told what is useful, what is not. And I want to point out, which I'm kind of proud of, Bruce Lee's top students, the most famous one of them, was a person that I trained with when I lived in the US. I was so blessed to actually have him come and be part of like my training. And his direct student was my Sifu the whole time I was training there. So I had like a lineage leading up to like directly up to Bruce Lee, which I think is kind of nice. Yeah, loads of martial arts are from Japan and China and such. There's a lot of those. Yeah, well, there's also boxing, kickboxing, wrestling. I'm not talking WWE stuff because that's fake. Real wrestling is really useful in fights. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, even though it's very technical, actually has a lot of usefulness in it. Which is why they use it in you know, MMA and stuff. Like, why would they use Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu if it's not useful? You know, whatever stuff they learn for MMA and you know, like real competitive fighting that you see on TV, not WWE. Like that stuff is the useful stuff. Okay, did I get it? No, I didn't get it. All of this was a waste. Well, I have to do this run a couple of times to unlock some things. Well, I did get, you know, raw gold, which is nice. Okay, so to get out, we need to jump down. Hey, you can float down. Oh, I love the float ability. Okay, heading out. Yeah, it is pure acting. And some people don't know it is. Even watching it, they don't know it is. Which I think is weird. Like they don't go into a WWE, like they buy real tickets for it and they go in and they sit on the spectator seats and they don't know that it's fake wrestling. My fiance didn't know there was something called wrestling. She thought WWE wrestling was wrestling. So I had to explain to her that wasn't it. Wrestling is actually one of the best sports if you want to get in shape. Like it's like an all body workout. Kind of like if you go swimming. Let's just sell a bunch of these things. Come on. Sell. Oh, I can't sell that one. Yeah, exactly. It's more showcase. Just writing something here. You want to learn Jiu-Jitsu? Jiu-Jitsu is pretty cool. It's a lot about, you know, trying to bring people to the ground, basically. Yeah, the US Army teaches a form of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's the same thing with the police. Police teaches Jiu-Jitsu too. It's one of the primary teaching methods they just in general use in those places. How do I get back? Do I... Oh, it's off cooldown. Nice. Wait, that's the wrong one. Yeah, Jiu-Jitsu is really useful. It's about bringing people down on the ground and then incapacitating them. It's pretty cool. Again, a lot of Jiu-Jitsu you need to take with a grain of salt because some of it is not useful. But yeah, all the graphs and stuff, like they're pretty neat. If there's one martial art I would not recommend if you want to learn to fight, it's Aikido. Aikido is it's very special. You learn just enough to get yourself in trouble? Awesome. I just realized I'm not in void form. Wait, what? Oh, the glyph that you can buy also makes these Flightmaster mounts transparent. Okay, so next thing we're doing is we're heading right there so we can kill Rookmar. This is a completely newly leveled 120 character. So as you can see, nothing has been unlocked yet. So we're gonna do that right now. What do you need to learn to break someone's face? Well, I think I stay to words when it comes to learning something, or bows. Oh, bows would be nice. I did do a little bit of bow training, just a little bit, but you know, not to like fight or anything, just out of interest. If you want to learn to break someone's face, learn any sort of Western martial art. There's a reason why when you see boxers, a lot of boxers have really bad attitudes. It's because they learn boxing because that's what you learn to break someone's face. It's usually very toxic people that learn boxing. Not saying all boxers are toxic, but if you see professional boxers, they are all like, you know, like trying to be really macho, and like you have to move away from them on the street. And if you don't, then you're being disrespectful, basically. Really, like low intelligence people, basically. They've been hit in the head too many times. Krav Maga, I can recommend if you want to learn something that is like, it's taught in the army, Krav Maga as well. I wouldn't be surprised if it's taught in the police as well. Krav Maga is a pretty useful martial art. It's purely how to, like in real situations, fight like 2 or 3 people. It's pretty awesome. Okay, what is the quickest route? I think going this way. There's a flight master over here that I have to unlock, so for next time it's faster. It would be amazing if I got Rookmar today, because it's one of the rarest mounts that you see in the game. And I'm talking about like rarest when it comes to not like effort you need to put into it, in the sense that like you have to, for example, get mounts through you know, like honor level or something, because you can get mounts through honor levels if you like work really hard for it. You don't need to like, you don't need to be good, you just need to work hard for it. But like this is like the best out of luck when it comes to like mounts that you get from luck. Statistically, you could farm Rookmar your whole life and never get it. Honor level, you can just, it's a matter of time basically till you get a mount. I hate this song, so I'm gonna switch it. There you go. I learn all this because it's fun. It's if it's really a fight, oh well, yeah, I can use it. But I really wouldn't like to cut someone, but I must for some reason, then poor guy. That is the thing, like martial arts is about, you know, challenging your body to, like through strenuous exercise and stretching and, you know, just to sort of improve your own self in a sense. And raising your confidence, basically. It's nice to know that you can, but you don't have to, and you feel confident about it, even if, oh no, oh no, no, don't kill him. Wait, why isn't he losing health? Are you kidding me? You're gonna get stuck on that thing now? Rookmar, I will get you. I will get you. Don't kill him. Jeez, come on. Fuck you! I got stuck in so many branches. If I'd not gotten stuck on that thing over there, I would have gotten to it. And he pulled it further back around. Bastard. Okay, guess we're waiting for this thing then. Well, you know what? I did actually unlock the flight points. Maybe I should just try and get the Hellfire Citadel mount. You know what? Let's do that instead. I'm waiting for the pre-patch to resub to the game. I respect that, because BFA just not really like a good expansion. I hate the fact that my fiance tried BFA as her true first expansion. I hate the fact that her sister, we purchased her a full, like, you know, all the expansions, everything. I hate that this is her first experience with the game. Like, Shadowlands would be a good first time experience, especially with the new starting zone for teaching people to play the game. She would have so much better of a time learning it that way. Okay, so how do we get to this place? Can I go to Storm Shield and maybe like swim over? Agree, crafting is the best. Minecraft? Or we're talking about like the new crafting changes that are also happening in Shadowlands. I have actually not really put myself into what exactly is changing crafting wise, but I heard that things are getting more relevant. That's actually one of the saddest things about the game. I think crafting used to be so useful. Now I don't really know what you're supposed to do with crafting. Make glyphs? Potions for people to use in Mythic Plus runs? Like, that's pretty much it. You might as well just go out, farm some transmog, like a bind and equip that drops in the floor, and then sell in the auction house, then crafting it. Because there's so little chance you'll actually sell it anyways, that, you know, the effort you would need to put into, and the gold you would need to put into like getting high crafting, I don't know, it's just not really worth it. I just craft in any MMO, like day in and day out. Awesome. That's the good thing about MMOs. They have just something for everyone. Me personally, I don't like push high mythic keys or high rates or something as fun in the game, but that's what most people are doing. I like to farm things. I like to do world PvP. I like to gear my character just enough so that I'm roughly at the same item level as everyone else. And then I like to world PvP. So I should technically, like, look at this. Shouldn't I be able to just like run across? That's like no distance. I thought this was gonna be like at least 4 times as much that I would have to go. Yeah, this is doable. Unless it's gonna like really quickly dismount me and fatigue me and just not let me do it. Okay, you know what I'll do? I'll get on a mount. I'll jump over the edge from somewhere tall. Can I get up? Ooh. And then I will float as far as I can, because I can do that. Because I'm a Shadow Priest. If I fight, I mostly run away. Some people don't like PvP that much. I really enjoy it, especially world PvP, because it's more, you know, the whole arena thing is it's like my opinion on martial arts. If you do like a sports martial arts, it becomes very sports-like. Oh, that was a poor jump. I barely did anything. Okay, so I think Fabius. To use this mount, you need to be underwater. Okay, go. Okay, no fatigue just yet. Wait, is this my new fastest way to the Tenan jungle? Because I hate going in from this side over here. Because I'm trying to get like this flight point down here. Which reminds me, I also need to take my Demon Hunter and farm some of the... Oh, what are they called? The crystal things. Because I need to buy the mount. I'm a third way there, so, you know. But I also spent quite a few hours farming. I heard people, like, comment on other people having the mount that they had, like, godly patience for farming. But having tried it, it's actually not that bad. You just need to have a Netflix show or something on the side. And then just farm. Farm, 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 farm. Got plenty of crystals. Yeah, this is so much better. Look at this. The only thing holding me back now is if there's some sort of barricade so I can't get over the mountains. Can I... Is there like... There might be a spot over here. Okay, let's go this way. Come on. There we go. What is my favorite MMO? The World of Warcraft. I have tried Black Desert Online. It was like an important thing to me is visuals when it comes to any sort of game. Like, of course, gameplay has to be fun too, but visuals is important too. Oh, there's a harbor right there. Let's go over there. The problem I have with Black Desert Online is the fact that there's a lot of pop-ins, and the visual style, like the realism they're trying to go for, is so weird. Like it's so unstable that I don't enjoy it. So I left that game pretty fast. Although I do like the fighting style. I like how you fight in a more open sense. Like you don't target something and then you just hit it just by spamming your spells, like you do in WoW. You do actually need to like be in front of the person and aim at them in the proper sense. That's kind of fun. I did also try Guild Wars 2. I still have it. Same thing with Black Desert Online, because once you pay it once, then you have it. Not really. Like, it just... I felt like WoW was just a better version of it, so I just kept playing WoW. What else have I played? Oh, what is that one called? Remember the one that's not here anymore? You can't play it anymore? It's not Star Fox. What is it? Wildstar. Wildstar. With all the furries, which are basically Vulpera. It was a Vulpera MMO, basically. That was kind of fun. It was the same thing with the fighting style. You actually had to position yourself. People had arguments for why it didn't become bigger, like why they left it. I think it was endgame stuff or something. But it was really fun. It was really fun. Had a lot of good story. I don't know if I played anything else. Elder Scrolls Online is fun. I think if you had to take the biggest difference between the Elder Scrolls Online and WoW, it's that WoW is a lot more arcadey. It's about, pumping out certain numbers, min-maxing, farming transmogs, for example, is just a lot more unique in WoW. Elder Scrolls Online is not for people who want to farm stuff in the same sense. Like, if you want to farm things and that's like a main type of content, I think WoW is like the better one. Elder Scrolls is for the story, because it has the best story I've ever seen in any MMO. Voice acting, everything. Side quests in Elder Scrolls Online feels like a main quest in WoW. And they don't repackage the quests in the same sense. like Elder Scrolls Online, like when you play like 10 different quests, you don't feel like you're doing the same quest, just like instead of killing tigers, you're just killing sheep instead. Basically, because that's what you feel like in this game. Oh, you do Elder Scrolls for PvP? I did try the PvP system there. I think that I might not have enjoyed it because it was low level when I did it. Like I tried it and I felt like I was fighting against someone, but I didn't know if I was hitting him. And he didn't know if he was hitting me. I don't know if there was an unstable connection going. It felt very clunky. It might just have been on my end. But I love the way that it's been like set up. I love the Elder Scrolls universe. I played Skyrim so much when it just came out. I've overplayed it, so now I don't want to play it anymore. It's not fun anymore. But it's a really good universe to play. If you want to play an MMO for story, choose Elder Scrolls. Don't play WoW. WoW is like, I don't know. Like, I kind of feel like you have to watch YouTube videos of someone explaining what is going on in this game in order to fully understand what is going on in this game here. Where Elder Scrolls are just like brilliant at explaining it. Well, today it's huge wars and such. Oh, well, I haven't played it for 2 years, so could have changed quite a bit. Where's the Flight Master? Oh, there's another player here. A Torrent Shaman. Let's go get the Flight Master first. The best MMO for me. Totally understandable. It's fantastic. If WoW didn't exist, I would play Elder Scrolls. Like, completely honest. I would play Elder Scrolls. My fiance has been having a life crisis a couple of weeks ago because she was so bored with WoW. She wants story. And WoW is not really the best thing for story. It's more for like, oh, I want to go grind and have higher item level and, you know, farm mounts and stuff. Like, it's such a different way to play the game or play an MMO. So she had seen Jenna Marbles play Elder Scrolls and she was so intrigued by it because there was just so much story and it looked amazing and, you know, but she couldn't really leave behind her shaman in this game here. So she ended up not choosing Elder Scrolls, but she's still like a big question today. Is it actually something that would be better for me to play? Oh, Final Fantasy, the MMO. I have actually not played it. I wouldn't call myself like the biggest Final Fantasy fan, but ever since I was a kid and I saw what it was, I was very intrigued with playing it. I think I played Final Fantasy 9 for quite a bit, but it was very difficult for me. Like I had a period in my life where I didn't understand MMOs or RPGs like Final Fantasy. I didn't understand that you were supposed to upgrade your characters to progress the story because it didn't make sense to me. So I would try to get to the next story point in Final Fantasy and I just kept dying. So, you know, I was like, oh, well, I guess this game is too difficult for me then. But that wasn't like the MMO, you know. Oh, really? Final Fantasy has better story? Interesting. My fiance is saying little shit, and then she's sending pictures of our bird sitting on the couch with her. Then she says he got his will, because he got placed in his room. He has an entire room in our house for himself. It's stupid, but necessary. So he's been very grumpy because we, you know, played music while he was gone, or we were gone. So he had a little bit of peace for himself, but he wanted to come out. So he's out now. Final Fantasy was rated as the best MMO for story content. Huh. Like, I really maybe need to, like, check it out. Does it cost a subscription? Or do you just buy the base game? Because if it's one of those where you have to pay subscription every month, I can only have one of those. Like, I'm not just paying for WoW, I'm also paying for my Sargor add-on that helps me actually understand how to get things in this game. But Daniel, there's Wowhead. Why are you just not using that one instead? Or this other add-on that can do the same thing. Well, this one is easier. Okay, it is pay sub. I just want to point out, I do encourage MMOs requiring payment every month for subscription. It pays for better expansions. You know, they can get more staff, better content. It makes it so that people who are actually like serious about playing the game, they play the game. If there's one thing that can be a little bit frustrating, and it's something that I experienced here with Shadowlands, you know, almost launching, people are starting to come back to the game, even people who hasn't played since like before Legion and stuff. Like, I'm all for like teaching people new, like, you know, new players how to do stuff in the game. But once it's like at the end of the expansion, like now, and people don't grasp basic mechanics. I was in a dungeon 2 days ago. The person of the entire group in the dungeon were completely new players. They started playing like right here at the end of BFA. And I tried to explain the strategies to them in a friendly manner, because I'm not an asshole when I see people are new. And they said, you know, strategy's not important when you play Demon Hunter or something. That's what they said. And they told me to chill out, because I was just writing what they had to do at the bosses. I wasn't like spamming or anything. I was just like casually writing what they were supposed to do. They didn't want to hear it. And that was pretty much my experience going all the way through Legion content to the end of BFA content, leveling my character from level 100 to 120. And it just gets a little bit frustrating, and you just don't want to level more characters once you had that experience, when every single dungeon run is new players. And half of them don't want to hear what you have to say when you're the only person who knows the strategies. I don't know, it's just a little bit annoying. Even my fiance pointed out that I've been slightly less toxic on streams lately. I think I'm getting sick of helping new players, because there's so many of them. Imagine going into a dungeon in BFA, like let's say Warcraft, and then you have to explain every single mechanic in the game or in that dungeon. And people might be okay with it. Let's say you have a perfect group. People are like thankful, understanding. They're so happy that I'm willing to take my time writing out the strategies for every single boss encounter, every single route, because new players do tend to have like trouble finding their way around in Warcraft manner. And then you're done with the dungeon. Then you sign up for another dungeon, and it's the same thing. You have to write the same strategies, and you just pray to God that they're willing to listen. It gets a little bit annoying after a while. Well, I know how WoW community is like, sadly kind of toxic. Let's say Final Fantasy have a much better community. Well, that's neat. Oh no. I didn't actually realize I started this thing. Are they fight? Oh, he's hitting the thing. The thing about WoW, which my fiance actually tried to open my eyes to, is that WoW has this toxic community that you're mentioning. And there was just this huge drama with pull the ripcord, which is basically, should we just unlock Covenant abilities and just say that, you know, you can play any Covenant and get the, like, still have just like that, the unique story and visuals of that particular Covenant, like, you know, armor and stuff, but the abilities get unlocked and just becomes like open, so you can just choose whatever. I was very much for pulling the ripcord because I know how people are. They start making dungeon groups and they say only join if you are this class and you have this Covenant as your Covenant. That's how they will start doing it. It's gonna get toxic. And then she pointed out to me that the Covenant system they are trying to make is actually like, it is actually for the better. It makes it into a better RPG game with the emphasis on RPG. It's the community that ruins it for everyone. If people would just stop being toxic and stop being so elitist when it comes to like min-maxing and getting the right people for the dungeon and stuff like that. Crap, am I actually losing here? It would be a much better game. The Covenant thing would be amazing. So yeah. I think pulling the ripcord is not the best idea. I think people in this community has to learn not to min-max as toxically as they're doing right now. Just gotta deal with it. Crap. Am I... Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna pull out my Mind Flame and I'm gonna start doing some big shadow damage. Yeah. Seeing what I'm doing here? I almost won. Need to pull some armor. Not armor. Armory? Munition. Crap. Come on. Shoot it down. I swear, if I win now, I did win. Okay, I'm gonna stop taking this fight as serious as previous expansion because this is super easy. Will I get some new stuff? I have this like Psycho add-on and it's not really doing anything in this run here. What do I actually not have from these things here? Well, there was one thing I could have gotten here, which I don't have. It's not like the coolest looking thing. What about the next one here? Ooh, I don't have the shoulder. I don't have the dagger. I don't have the headpiece. This looks kind of okay. Basically, I have nothing from this, the third boss. Yeah, my fiance is also pointing out with the whole toxic community and everything that's going on in WoW, just make your own group. Like, make your own guild or something. And invite people in who are not toxic min-maxers. And just do content with them. I think you need to calm down and try to help others more. Yeah, I totally agree. It's, for some reason, it's very difficult for people who has played WoW for a lot of years to remember how it's like to be new at the game. They expect people who joined the game 2 months ago to understand like how to grind for item level, how to get certain achievements that are required for you to get invited into certain raid groups. Like, there's just so many things that they just expect new players to, you know, be able to know. But what they forget is that it's quite difficult for a new player to learn all the mechanics that they know already. But so you need to stop doing that. kind of happy I have my AoE here. It's much more efficient. We have actually talked about making a guild that would just be, you know, like, I don't know, we still haven't made up a name for it. A guild in this game that would be for people who aren't necessarily looking for people to have specific classes or specific traits selected or specific covenants chosen, you know, people who aren't toxic about min-maxing, and just have them be like part of a community where you can go in, and if you need help with something, someone is willing to help out. Like, that's the kind of community I think that would be awesome to make. There is probably plenty of those types of guilds. It's just that, like, you know, which ones are they? And I love this void form. Like, this is like the greatest spell in the game. I think this is amazing. I love the tentacles. Ah, besser. Ah. Oh, he's talking about my buddy, the guy that got me into WoW in the first place, Kenny, who was here previously. He is talking about like the CD Red conference they're streaming. They're talking about covenants, the system requirements for playing Cyberpunk, new reveals and stuff. It's pretty awesome. Wait. Oh, okay, he's waking up now. So what are the system requirements for Cyberpunk? Let's see. Okay, if we had to take the recommended one, because minimum is like, it's like if you want to play with like, I don't know, 20 FPS or something. Recommended, Intel Core i7 4790. Is that what I have? What do I have on mine? Hold on, let me just find out. Do I what do I have? Oh yeah, I have better than that. I have an i7 8700. So that's fine. Memory 12 gigabyte. I'm assuming that's RAM. I have 16. Graphics card NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060. I have a what is it called? 1660. I think it's called. So that's like okay. That's okay. And then they recommend an SSD with 70 gigabyte. I have that too. So it's I can pull it and play it decently if I needed to. Awesome. I wrote him nice. I can play it. Technically. There's a free trial for Final Fantasy. Like, it seems like a really nice MMO, but to be completely honest, I think WoW, like, I should stick to WoW. It's a Final Fantasy is a universe that I find very confusing, and I know you can just sort of get into it if you wanted to. WoW is something that I actually have since my childhood. I started playing the Warcraft universe when I played Warcraft 3. I played it more than I think I played any game. Well, WoW, I played more than Warcraft 3. So I think this is a universe that I'm quite comfortable with. And I'm scared that if I get into another MMO and actually enjoy it, I'll have to like abandon my WoW subscription for it, because I really like this. I really like this game. But it's nice to know that it's there, the free version. Bessie, you need to stop. Oh, he's chasing after me. Ah, get down. Do you have your rope? Look at that. You have your rope. Listen. I'll show him his rope. 1 second. You have a rope. You can play with. Listen. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, there's new restrictions here regarding Corona. Coronavirus is getting worse in the Danish community. They did start, they did start announcing that people had to wear the mouth thing in public transportation and stuff, which, you know, I think is, of course. And now they're making new restrictions regarding, like, you know, that sort of thing. Okay. Then I was like, FF for me. I played FF in forever and all the time. Yeah, probably. Have you played all the Final Fantasy games? From like, you know, like the RPGs, not the MMO? Because I remember it being super fun. Don't attack me. Yeah, that's right. Oh, awesome. Haven't missed a single Final Fantasy game. That's pretty much how... That's how I feel about, like, Dark Souls. One of my favorite games at all times. So, I'm so excited for Demon Souls being, like, remade. Not remastered, remade. That's an important difference. I'll have to see. They did say it was going to be a PlayStation exclusive thing, which I'm perfectly okay with. I think we're planning on getting a PlayStation 5 once it comes out. Oof. I hate the corruption stuff. I'm so happy when corruption goes away. Oh yeah, they did announce the new Final Fantasy game, I believe. Hey, there we go. What can we get from this one? Oh, I have everything from here, so I'm not getting anything new. Oh, never mind. Well, I'm guessing... No, that doesn't make sense. I don't know why I got something new. Oh, that's so good. Our parrot has calmed down and is enjoying his good oatmeal. Oops. Ina, hey. Hello. Hello. Now my other dog is playing around under the desk. The tiny dog. Oh, I forgot. Is there a just like with Blackrock Foundry, is there a way for you to skip most of this dungeon? I know if you play a Druid or a Demon Hunter, you can actually skip the first 6 bosses or something. It's pretty insane. Kind of hoping that there's something like that here. Oh, that's good. I'm happy that the new Final Fantasy game will has like potential for being really good. It annoys me so much that I can see my spell bar has holes in it. I have purposely planted those holes because I know that once Shadowlands comes out or the pre-patch comes out, we'll be getting new spells. Ooh, 2 new things. Got this staff. It's kind of awesome. Very fell-like, which might not be the best for a priest, but it's okay. And a really ugly cloak. What are you eating? My small dog has this weird thing. Like, she'll eat something she's not supposed to. And then when I turn around and look at her, she'll just like... she'll stop chewing and look at me like, shit, he just noticed me. It's just so adorable. What are you eating? Peter, come. No, down. Peter, what are you eating? I need to know. What do you have in your mouth? What do you have in your mouth? Bessie, get down. Is it something you're not supposed to be eating? She's shaking. I'm so sorry, Daddy. Peter. What is it? Open your mouth. Stop shaking. Peter, I need to see. I need to... show it. Show it. What is it? Peter. Don't make me use 2 fingers, okay? What is it? What is it? Probably nothing bad. I'll have to keep an eye out for her. Well, new spells that do remove few old spells if an expansion comes. Do they remove a few old spells? They're not removing spells, they're unpruning. So they're adding spells, which I think is kind of awesome. They're giving us a new spell that allows for us to leech health from opponents to give it to ourselves, which is really awesome. They are, I believe, spreading out the damage a bit more. So instead of Void Form being like, 70% of our damage, like it gets spread out to all our normal abilities a little bit better. So if you want to do PvP content or stuff like that, it's a lot better. Because it's just so easy to get defeated as a Shadow Priest in PvP if their opponent is only scared of you in Void Form, and then when they see you in Void Form, they just shut you down. Like, it's so stupid. I need to buy a new mouse with more buttons. You need to get yourself one of these. Huh? So... I have to warn you though, if you get one of those mouse, if you get a mouse like that, it will be the last time you ever play an MMO without a mouse like that. Yeah, so we're getting that spell. We're also getting a talent that allows for us to put Vampiric Touch, Pain, and that new spell that I just talked about, all 3 on the target as an instant cast. Just like, it doesn't matter if you have any sort of resources or anything, you just cast all 3 dots, which is amazing. And it's only on a 45-second cooldown. So, you know, once it runs out, you just reapply it. It's amazing. And I'm looking so much forward to using that in PvP. I went into the PTR and sparred against a rogue that seemed like they had PvP experience. And I won 2 out of 5 times. I lost the first 3 times, and then I finally understood how to play the Shadow Priest. And then I won 2 times. Yeah, it's a keyboard on my mouse. It's amazing. You can actually see my spells down here. If I just show it. You notice how I have bar number 1 at the center here. That is my spell layout for the button on my mouse. Then if I hold down shift on my keyboard, I switch over to these setup buttons over here. Then if I hold down control, I shift over to these buttons here. It's pretty neat. It allowed for me to combine 36 different buttons with 12 mouse buttons. It's pretty amazing. Stop copying you. It is an amazing mouse, Alk. I'm glad you have this mouse. It will last you for a long time. Corsair just has amazing build quality. Okay, let's get this person. This is actually, if you do the skip that I was talking about with Demon Hunter, this is where you start out. The whole raid. It's amazing. I think they do the same thing to WoW. Getting rid of spells that people just don't use. But they did talk about it in the last BlizzCon, you know, when they actually revealed Shadowlands. They talked about people having, like, using spells that most people didn't use, but some few people did find creative ways to use them. So they would give some of them back again, which I think is really nice. I think it's better to have spells and not use them in a rotation, because it allows for more customization. It gives more RPG to the game, that you can choose whether or not you know, think a spell is useful or not. You have to be the one deciding that, I think. Okay, anything new? Ooh, I don't have this one. Oh, it actually looks kind of good. And that was pretty much it. Yeah, this is a really cool looking one. It has the right colors. It's very pixelated. Catguard, do you have a quest for me or something so I can skip this? I don't want to have to do this every single time. To improve classes, to do this for each expansion to make them more stable. And that's an important part of an MMO. If classes get unstable and they remain unstable, it's not good. Oh, what is the quickest route here? It's not that way, because you will end up this place. I have no idea what she found. She's still chewing on it. At least Bassett doesn't have it, because he would actually eat it. Oh, I have to kill this guy? Aw. I love how they're making a pentagram. Like, it doesn't make sense that they're making a pentagram. Does it? I know that Fel and demons is often like, you know, like it's demons. It's hell, basically. Instead of hellfire, it's like Felfire. See what they did there with the wording? But I don't understand the pentagram, like, lore-wise. Nah. My fiance wants me to check up on Frida. Frida, come here. Oh, not you. Frida, come here. Hi, Frida. Got it. Small piece of plastic. From what seems to be from a tripod that fell down when Bassett decided to push it over last time. Um. Don't want to waste my... See, this is what's really bad about it. I have my void form ready, but I don't want to use it. Because I know once I spend it, I have to keep it going. And it's like, you know, it's a cooldown, but then I have super low damage because I'm not spending it. Don't get used to a skill forever because they change how they function. Are we talking WoW still? Because yes, they are much more fun now. My fiance just asked me what is my home plans. She mentioned that I had a late office day today, which usually means 9 o'clock. Oh, Cloak of Hideous Unity. I'm betting it's hideous to look at. See, who called it? So she said, "Fine, I'll just eat a mozzarella ball then." So I said, okay. And now she thinks that I'm not treating her well because she just have a mozzarella ball to eat. Wait, it's the other way. Okay, so my fiance wants food, which means... Actually, I don't know what that means. I'm compromising. I'm saying I can buy her some McDonald's. If I leave, like if I start packing up at 8 o'clock here. She liked that idea. This boss here, by the way, he has one of the scariest sound effects I've ever heard on a boss. The whole charging up sound that he makes. Oh, wait, can I attack him? Oh, I can. Use what form? Yeah, he's so dead. Yeah, when he charges that thing, the laser, it makes like a sound that could be in a horror game or something. Super freaky. This right here reminds me a lot of the Trials of Valor fight. We have to pick up the shield and use it whenever there's like something like that going on. When you're too high and just kills everyone in old content, that's exactly what's going on here. And I'm enjoying it. Because I just got this thing to level 120 and I have not been able to one-shot stuff. So, quite satisfied. Okay, so now we go this way. See, that's what I talked about. Like, had we gone that way first, we would just have gotten back again. Wouldn't make sense. Okay. So happy I'm getting more transmog. Almost makes me want to like have them make a new types of armor class so I can just re-farm stuff, because it's fun to farm. See what you can like get to like match together, because if there's one thing I don't do, if I can avoid it, is to use a full set on my character. Like I'm talking a pre-made set that Blizzard made. I would much rather like maximum have 3 armor pieces from the same set. The rest need to be different. Corvus. I heard something about being able to skip this next mini boss after this boss here. Wait, is that Sarkish? Who's this boss? Wait, I wanna fight him. Oh, you too. Binder Eloa. It would be kind of awesome if we got this. I really want Legion raid MOGs. There are some of the best in the game. Let's be honest. They're some of the best. BFA transmogs from raids they fit a very particular theme. Like if you play Legion, right, and you want to get the transmogs from this expansion, you can get like a really awesome looking priest transmog. Like it's just like it's looks like it's supposed to be for a priest, like the ultimate high priest or something. Same thing with a paladin or a death knight. Like it just goes so well with the class fantasy. Whereas I think a lot of the BFA transmogs are more like, you know, if you like dinosaurs and want to make a dinosaur transmog, then you have the option to do that from the Battle of Desert Lore. If you like Old God Corruption type armor, then you can get that from Nyalotha. If you like something that looks a little bit more Titanic, you know, with the Titans and all, you do Uldir. Like it has like themes, fantasy themes, if you could say that, rather than class themes. Actually, about Legion BFA mog sucking, I think the basic transmogs are really awesome. But if you want something flashy, you're right. There's nothing good in BFA. Wait, so I heard from someone you can just kill this guy? No, he's immune. I knew I shouldn't have trusted them. Okay. She's already sending me what she wants from McDonald's. That's a really cute thing about my fiance. Whenever it comes to food, I just eat whatever there is. If I have a pack of crackers at my office, I will eat that if I'm hungry. My fiance, she wants every meal to be tasty. So she would rather starve than eat crackers, for example. So when she has to go to McDonald's, like I usually drive up there, and right as I'm about to go into the drive-thru, I'll be like, okay, so what do I want today? I'll just take, you know, whatever that thing is. And she's like, she has to go on their website and look at all the burgers that she can get at McDonald's. And then she has to specialize or specially pick the ones she feels like having today. I want to have a menu, and there's 3 different menu types, like, you know, cheap, medium, expensive. So I have to decide how much I love her. How can I say no to the most expensive one then? One of the things that I'm very excited about is the changes to Draenei tail. Yeah, you're not okay. Not just the tail, the jewelry on the tail. You can do no transmogs unless it has gold. Well, that's pretty much it. If you have gold armor, it's perfect for Draenei. But if you have like a metal-looking set, like silver or something, the golden tail, like the golden jewelry on the tail, doesn't fit with it. It's what were they thinking? Like, it's not optimal at all. So I'm so glad that, like, I think it's better that they didn't remove the jewelry. Like, they should have the option. I think they should add it in, because right now they don't have it as an option. But just the fact that we can change the color of the jewelry and the theme of all the jewelry for the Draenei is amazing. It's such a good decision. For me, I can't eat anything without watching something. Oh, me neither. I have to have a YouTube video, a stream, a Netflix series or something. I can't just sit there and just eat and be left with my own thoughts. Like, who does that? Like, crazy people do that. That's pretty much what everyone did before the internet generation. They just sat there or they talked together. Urgh. You know, socializing. Oh crap, no, 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 no. Oof. How did I not die? I hate that debuff. Okay, you know what I can do? Oh no, I can't actually do that because I switched out my talents. Okay, that's just how it is. I've been farming this particular boss so many times. Oh, look at this. She has the Paladin Holy Power bar, but it's corrupted. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, come on. I can definitely tell that this is not the highest item level character in the world. Because it's not that fast at killing. If I get the hammer now in the one color that I don't have, I'm gonna be mad. Unfortunately, I have to play Horde side on Shadowlands for my friends in guild. Oh, ouch. I've seen a lot of people talk about that being an issue. Why do we have to play Horde? Like, why is everyone switching to Horde? I don't understand it. Okay, there's a prank video. I'll see it after the stream. Seems fun. Okay. Okay, so no hammer. Wait, what color version is it? Okay, so let's see all classes. Yeah, this is the one color that I don't have. I have the blue one. The blue one is, I hate the fact that the blue one, like the metal, is blue as well. Like it looks like a blue orgasm. It should be a regular metal color and then blue thing up here. Like the red one here, see how it's totally different? So much better. Is there a rate finder version? It's just like that one. This one too, it's totally differently colored. Yeah, I have no idea why either. Everyone's going Horde, and it's so weird. Like, I will always be a main alliance player. I tried Horde back in Warlords of Draenor because my friends were playing Horde, and you know, it was fine. I just feel a lot more at home in Stormwind. So I think it's better. I keep forgetting my Shadow Priest have movement buff. Oh, we end up here again. Ah, I see. If I get this mount now, I would be so happy. That would mean that I would only have to go in here for transmogs in the future. Am I actually on Mythic? Yeah, okay, good. Oh, there he is. Is this the skip? Is that the skip quest? Oh, please let it be. Yeah, it is. Awesome. My quest log is full. What? What do I guess I'll abandon the garrison ones. Do I have anything else? I'll take this one, it's fine. Teledor? Hook Point, Diamol. What is this? Is that Draenor? Oh, this is all the way back from when I was questing, like to level. Man, why did I have that one? Okay, I wish... No, that was wrong. I want to go back again. Wait, if I click this thing now, where do I get teleported to? Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Khadgar, you need to open the portal. Oh, I know why it's not open. Oh, this sucks. There's another boss hidden away over here. Need to kill him. Why did my phone just vibrate? Maybe Horde racial abilities and passives are better. I think especially now that we get into Shadowlands and they are removing, like if I go into talents, they're removing this top PvP talent, which gives you a free get out of stun ability if you choose that one. And for PvP, that's like so useful. Humans, they have that as a default racial. I would actually see humans as being the best PvP character you could play, to be honest. You know, of course not if you're playing a druid, then a night elf would be, of course. But yeah, I don't know why they're switching. Is there like a story decision? I don't think it's something story based, because it's all like the top guilds and stuff too. Like everyone's switching. I don't understand why. Like all the racials are the same in BFA and Shadowlands, so it's not something new with the races. I have no idea. The orcs do have a reduced stun duration, which is kind of neat too. Just want to point out. But, you know, it's like, it's preference, I guess. Do you want to have like less stun, or do you want to have a get out of free stun every 3 minutes? Is it every 3 minutes? Is it every 2 minutes? I don't remember. Something new? Aw. I'm gonna get so much gold out of this. By the way, if you want to get raw gold, do it now before pre-patch, because when all the stuff changes, the gold that you get for the gear is gonna get reduced. Okay, so now, yeah, now the portal is unlocked. Khadgar said. I hate that I had to go back for this thing. I do actually have... hold on, there's actually a weak aura that might be really good here. Weakened soul. Let's have this one load. Always. Oh. Oh. That's actually not what I wanted to do. Well, that's not good. Let's do it in combat. Can I also make it load if it's on cooldown? No. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna make a... I'm gonna duplicate it. And then have this be a cooldown version. Alright. Wait, do I have one called cooldown? I do have one called cooldown. Why is that thing not a thing? Let's delete this one. What is this thing? Wait, I'm not showing this one? Aura missing. Auras found. Wait, so if I have this aura, is it a buff? It's a debuff, right? Huh. Do I need to set it as a buff? Oh, wait, hold on. Is it in combat only? Yeah, it is. But it's not showing. So it is a debuff then. Ah, there we go. Awesome. Wait, why is it a second behind? Oh, okay, that's because it's actually, it's counting a second in difference. That's fine. Khadgar. Now I can see when I can run again. That's kind of neat. Oh, it brings back so many memories with this boss here. Oh, this is amazing. I like that I can see my shield cooldown. Oh, they died. Noble Society World of Warcraft recruiter? Well, hello there. Good luck to an awesome year. Well, thank you. So far the year has had a lot of catastrophes, but I'm glad we're keeping positivity. I wonder what's better in PvP. Is it the speed buff? You know what, let me check that really quick. Icy Veins, I'll use that one. Talents. Okay, yeah, so it's purely recommended that you choose the one that I had chosen before. Wait, Khadgar's Portal, am I supposed to take that one? You can probably tell, it's been a while since I've been in here. Yeah, okay. I was afraid it's going to teleport me back to the beginning. Have I actually seen this cinematic? It's amazing how he's so full of fell corruption, but he hasn't taken on any sort of demonic traits. Like, that's weird. Okay, so now we're finally, finally at the boss. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Please give it to me. I don't want to have to do this again. Which I know is like, you know, it is an MMO. I shouldn't complain about this type of grinding. This is cosmetic grinding, which is fine, a fine type of grinding. Maybe he has a good transmog? That could be it. Yeah. It hides his corruptiveness. Like he has a bunch of fell on his shoulder, stuff like that. Love how he's teleporting us into the twisting nether from what it seems. Do I need to click the thing? Oof. Oh no! How do I get back? Oh, there we go. Oh, I almost died. Okay. Okay. Speaking about the tail with the jewelry, he purposely chose gold because yeah, my tail has golden jewelry on it. I guess I'll have to pick that color transmog. Well, that is a thing too, I guess. Mount. Gavel of the Eridar. Oh, there's so many portals. Kirin to... Okay, I'll just take one. Wait, can I just teleport directly? I can, okay. Yeah, no mounts. Oh, I should get my garrison resources. I have to upgrade my garrison. 500. Should be able to upgrade now. Upgrade to number 2. Yeah, that's an improvement. Much better. Okay. Going to Rukmar. Hopefully without people killing it. Be right back, sure thing. Ah, oh, Bessa, I knew I shouldn't have pet Frida. Now you're coming over too. That wasn't a permission to come up. I wish I had flying. That would make this easier. See, the stupid thing about flight masters is that they don't take you directly to the place you need to go in a straight line. They take you through all the flight points on the way there. I think even if you had the slowest flying speed, you would get there faster. Okay, so is he up? I don't see him. I hope somebody didn't kill him. I would much rather that he just hasn't spawned yet. Oh yeah, I mean, I got this mount. I got boosted because there was a guy in the trade chat. He offered this mount for 89,000 gold, I think it was, and I just sold a really good drop that I got from one of the Legion dungeons. Got a lot of gold for it. No, that was a BFA raid I got something from. So it's all on the auction house, so I had a bunch of gold. So, you know, he was the only guy that offered this mount for like that cheap money. So, you know, I don't think he knew what everyone else was, or maybe he just tried to cut the price like by a lot. He should be here at some point. Who knows? Maybe he just got killed. I saw someone prank their boyfriends or husbands or whatever. There's apparently some sort of American football going on in the US right now, and there's like this particular music that plays when the match is about to start, and it's something that everyone recognizes. Like all the guys that watches football, they recognize this song here. So what they'll do is that they'll record and they'll put on the TV, but like not with that, like there's nothing special on the TV, and then they'll just play from their phone the sounds from that intro to the football match. And it's just fun. Like the husband just like comes out of his man cave wherever he is in the house to like, you know, go down and check out the football game, because, you know, it's supposed to be close to something because of Corona. It's so fun to see. I wish I had flying. I would be sitting up there then. I hate when people, they see you stand down here and then they place themselves up there and are like, I'm gonna get it before you, and they'll try and have you wait for it again. So, the new restrictions because of Corona. You're not allowed to be more than 50 people gathered in one place. So far it has been that it's been 50 in Copenhagen and 100 people in the rest of the country, which means that, you know, beaches and stuff were not closed so far. Restaurants need to close at 10 o'clock. I thought they did that normally, but okay. When you walk into restaurants, bars, cafes, you have to carry a mouth thing, but only when you walk, like stand and walk around. That makes sense. Max 500 people at Superliga games, like soccer. No, you know what? Football. It's called football because it makes sense. American football is not football. It's American football. Then we have real football. Requirement for signs. All places where there are limits, where people now has to be, like where people usually gather, there has to be signs saying how many you're supposed to be. No alcohol in buses? Wait, what? Rule against alcohol consumption in buses. I didn't realize that was a thing you were allowed to do. That doesn't make sense. That's just like, why are people doing that? Are people actually drinking alcohol in buses? Okay, guess there's some buses I don't know about. Wait, how many people are actually watching the stream? I haven't actually checked a single time. 11 people. Okay, so what else? We also have... There has to be people in bigger stores watching to see if there are people, like too many people in the store. It's recommended that there's only one family member going into stores at a time. It's kind of weird because I thought these sort of rules were a thing that should have happened already, but they... Apparently people didn't think it was serious enough. No more parties and other social arrangements. Oh, we're gonna have a blast with this one. All city parties that, you know, like young people going out drinking and stuff, or other similar arrangements, for example, open by night, institutions, blah, 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 needs to be cancelled. The same thing for social arrangements in connected with like education stuff, daily things, just like, you know, just like social arrangement needs to stop. Weddings, on the other hand, and confirmations or baptisms or whatever you call it, with special days, like events like that, that has already been planned, can be held. If it is possible to keep the safety advice, they should try to close at least 10 o'clock. Homework as much as possible. No public transport in busy hours. There is a particular house down the street from where we live that every other weekend has a big party going. They take no, like they don't think about the rest of the people living in the street. They just have parties, super loud parties, and it's adults. It's not young people. It's adults with houses that are having that party. They have this huge house with a big open space on the porch that they specifically built to the house so they can have big parties. Like, they're crazy. And they always have these like really loud parties. Luckily, they're not too close to us, but we can still hear them. I think a lot of people are gonna have fun calling the police on them during this Corona hours. I hope there's a big fine for each person attending a big thing like that. I hope there's a big fine, because man, are they gonna get milked. The whole street is gonna get payback on them. So right now, as it is, Shadow Priest for PvP, this talent here is the only recommended talent for it. Which makes sense, because there's a lot of instant casting. And as horrible as the ramp up time for Void Eruption is, it makes sense that we should have instant casting to try to proc as much as possible. Down at the second row, we have Intangibility that heals you if you use your Dispersion. Very good talent. Basically It's like paladins popping their shield and then healing themselves during the shield. Except we get increased mobility, and the healing just comes automatically. It's super awesome. This one is, I've seen people choose this one. I'm not too sure because it actually requires you dealing damage. I think opponents, if they see you use this thing, they'll just try and stun you. So not very good. This one is mobility, but we don't need more mobility because why would we run around? We have like charged casts. So, you know, and other classes are faster than us. It doesn't make sense. Misery is the only recommended one here. Makes sense because it applies 2 different dots at the same time. I could see if we still have this thing on a talent selection in Shadowlands. I could see choosing something else though, because there's another talent in Shadowlands that just applies everything. Then down here, Psychic Horror is the only recommended talent. Makes sense again, because this one is not good. Just reduces our stun, so it's instead of almost a minute, half a minute. Mind Bomb, which also decreases our Psychic Scream from 1 minute to half a minute. It's like you just have one crowd control. This one gives you another crowd control, so it's much better. Down here, there's 2 options. Our shadowy apparitions now deal 25% increased damage and generate 2 insanity, or Shadow Word Death. This one is actually in Shadowlands too, and people have been talking about it because it's like, it's no longer a talent in Shadowlands, you just get it. I don't know how to use it. A word of dark binding that inflicts shadow damage to the target, only usable on enemies that have less than 20% health. Ah, it's like the Warriors Execute. Do you mouse over macro your dots? I do with my HOTS for healers. I just put my mouse and then I click a button. Like I don't click the person first and then click the spell. I just mouse over. When it comes to my, what do you call it? My dots down here. No, I have not set them up. I just use tap to change target. Or click on the person. I should probably make a mouse over macro. That might actually make sense. A lot of times you're like, if there's like 10 targets, but you want one specifically, and you're like tapping through all the different targets, or you have to click them first. I think it would be more useful to mouse over. This one seems like a really neat button, but it requires that you brought down their health enough so you can use it. Max 2 charges, huh? Down here we have 2 options again. This one keeps your haste after word form ends, but it diminishes by 1% every 3 seconds. Or we have Mindbender. This one is more like, you know, if they keep stunning you and focusing you, this is useless. So this one is good as a passive. I think this one is, from what I heard, the only viable option in PvE content. So, you know, you could argue that this one works in PvP and PvE, so choose that one. But I like Mindbender. I like only having 1 minute. It's nice. And then we have down here, this is the only recommended one. Wood Eruption cast time is reduced. Arr, Rugmar! He's up! Okay, do this. Come to Papa. Ah! Gonna die now. Yeah, I wasn't enjoying my shadow at first. When I started doing mouse over dotting, it made it super enjoyable. Oh. Wait, what did I get? Sandals? They're not even good looking. Well, at least I got something. Can I... Look at this guy. I comfort him. Oh, he didn't want to... Yeah, he's not waiting for it. He's teleporting away again. Oh, that was the same situation as with me. Okay. So what now? We went for this guy. Oh, what other places do we have? There's not really that many mountain farms that I know of in Draenor. There's Kalimdor. Let's do that one. Northrend. Let's do Northrend. I know Northrend has a bunch. Wait, hold on. Is the whole reason I have this void form here with the tentacles because I've chosen Legacy of the Void? Wait, immediately activates a new void form, then releases an explosive blast of pure void energy, causing shadow damage. Huh. Wait. Wait, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Wait, so this one's good for AoE, I'm guessing. But it's still the same void form, and I still have the tentacles, so it's not that talent. Okay, so that's fine. I'll choose this one. So that's AoE. This one is surrender to madness. All your insane generating abilities generate 100% more insanity, and you can cast while moving. For a minute. But then I take 90% of my maximum health and damage after that 1 minute. Okay, well this is like a, what do you call that? Glass cannon build. Kind of awesome though. Dan and his tentacles do sometimes scare you. They look awesome. I'm not afraid of saying it. They look awesome. Oh, Merlin had crackers. Okay, Northrend. Yeah, let's do Northrend. It's fast. So, mouse over macros. How would that look like in... Is it the same as with mouse over healing spells? Cast mouse over target... says at player. I don't think it's specifically the same one, but I'll try making one just for fun. Vampiric touch. Let's make it into the this proper spell icon. Can I copy it? Let's see if it works. If it's the exact same. Put it there. I don't think it does, because it's actually giving me an error message with the proper one, and it's not with this one. Okay, so we have Invincible. That's one less to farm. I'm not even kidding. Like, Ludwig gave it to me when he went in with me. And then, like, 2 weeks later or something, I got it for myself. That's so stupid. Okay, so we're heading to the... What is it called? The Nexus. Oh, thank you so much. I'll copy it in. So what's the difference between what I wrote? Yeah, it's definitely different. Thank you so much. I'll replace it. It still says something weird. It says your mount. Oh, wait. No need to have this twice. Okay, I'll try it. Oh, and for pain too. Thank you. I like this mount. I love this mount. I love the fact that it's perfect with my glyph that turns it transparent with the Shadow Priest. I love the fact that the reins that it has on looks like something out of Mordor or something. It's so old god metal looking. It's amazing. Okay, so we'll make another one. Why can't I find it? Wait, why can't I create a new one? Wait, have I made the maximum amount of macros? Ah. I wonder. Where is it? Oh. Still not there yet. Yeah, I'm gonna test this out. I want to get the macro thing working. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Alliance controlled. That means I can actually go in and farm the mountain here. I hate how Casper got it in his first try when we went in here together on stream. Yeah, let's go over and get this one. Yeah, I think there's no cooler dragon in the game than this particular mount here. Even without the void form thing, it has like this ominous voidy glow to it. It's just amazing. I would be so sad if I had not gotten this mount going into Shadowlands, because it will go away when Shadowlands comes out. And then it's going to be more unique to have. It's just like the, well, all the mounts that you get from these sort of like expansion specific ones. Okay. Do I have the right difficulty? I actually don't know what the proper difficulty is. Heroic? Probably heroic. Let me just get a thing for my throat. What was that angry emote for? Emoting, basically, so I don't have to type it in. Yeah, that's cool. I'm just using the Dark Phoenix mount. Oh yeah, that one. It's so cool. It was one of the first cool mounts that I ever got myself. Yeah, this one. I actually want to check out how it looks like in void form. I'll put it down there. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh. The add-on doesn't seem to, the macro doesn't seem to work. Yeah, it's not working. It's not even registering. Did I put it in wrong? Okay, I'll try that one. Just get Vampiric Touch. See if that works. It doesn't do it. Oh, wait, hold on. I think there might need to be... Oh, it's working! It's working! Well, thank you so much. I'll put it in. That's a new one. This is so much better. Gotta put the cast on the next line. It's because the chat is messing up the next line thing. Yeah, awesome. It works! Okay, let's replace. No need to have the old ones. So much better. Oh, I need one for the Mind Blast. But you do the pain too? Yeah, I did the stream is about 40 seconds behind, so I'll do the Mind Blast too. Have I used all my macro, like my macro limits? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna start deleting some of these. Yeah, there's a limit. Why do we have a macro limit? Or the chicken one I actually kind of like. Let's delete the clap one. Okay. Mind Blast. And then we pick Mind Blast. There we go. Yeah. No mount on this guy. Each one of them has a 1% drop chance. And it's not always that this is alliance controlled, so you might as well just go and do it. Yeah, it does work. Awesome. And it also works when I'm not mousing over. I'm just double checking everything's working like it's supposed to. And it is. I'm gonna have to stop clicking stuff. Unless I want to see their health or something. Okay. Kill everyone. You have only one spell in the macro, and you put in show tooltip. You don't need an icon or the spell name behind it. Oh. Oh, I didn't know that one. Does it also show inside the in here as the proper spell? So like if I take this one, make a new one. Oh. Huh, but it's not really. Oh, it does. Yeah, that's neat. Awesome. Wait, what? Can't share that one. That's private matters. Oh, okay, I get it now. I'm trying to understand what my fiance was sending. Stop clicking them, Daniel. I have to deselect them. Now that I know, because my shield is actually a mouse over command. I can put shields on people just by mousing over them. Oh, I'm rooted. I was like, what? Did my game just freeze? Aw, no mount. I have one more try. Hope you can't hear me chewing. I keep forgetting to buff my running. I think the feather one is a little bit more... Like, I keep forgetting that I can run faster. But I don't know, it's just a little bit annoying that I have to do it every 6 seconds. Please give it to me. Gosh darn it. Okay. It is what it is. No mount. How come your shadow form has more shadows? Actually, the reason it has more shadows is because I'm not using a glyph. I think every single shadow priest you see play shadow priest, they use the glyph to minimize their shadows. So the reason that there's so much going on is because I just don't have it. It could also be because I'm running. Like, it looks a bit crazy with the particle effects. I do have a glyph though that changes my mount when I use the effect on it. Oh, what is the prismatic mana pearls? I don't get what my fiance just sent me. She says she's just laying here dying. And then she sent me a photo of the ceiling. I wonder if it's because like she's referencing to the fact that she doesn't have food yet. She's swindling in to nothing. Okay, we're gonna get this mount. So far, I've gotten 3 Ashura Drakes from this raid over here. There's about a 4% drop chance per Drake. I've never gotten a blue Drake. So I'm trying to get that last one. My fiance is just sitting at home looking at the ceiling, trying to be slightly dramatic to make me give her food faster. There was one episode where I was in my I have a room at home with also a computer set up, and I walked past our guest room and she decided to sit in there just to like chill. She was just laying in her bed, well, in the guest bed, just staring at the ceiling, not doing anything. So I keep making fun of her because it's like she looks so depressing. I need to see what she actually wanted me to get her. So she wants a menu, and she wants... Oh, okay. So she didn't want She didn't want, you know, me to choose if it was a small, medium, or big menu at McDonald's. She wanted me to choose which burger menu she should have. So she sent me a cheeseburger menu, a Big Mac menu, or a homestyle. What do you call that? Red onions, something. She says she wants the menu without tomato and bacon, but with extra cheese. I haven't told her which one I was gonna get, so I just wrote her, wait, there's no bacon and tomato in a cheeseburger. She hasn't responded yet. Okay. Gonna get this mount today. It can't be true that we're running around farming mounts and have yet to get a single mount. Like, I'm betting that most people playing this game, they get at least 2 mounts every run. Like, every week, they get 2. At least that's the bar of expectation I've gotten based on what Ludwig has gotten, which is another person that watches the stream. Okay. Dot. When it comes to like farming old content, it's actually best to have a ranged class. Like, some people like to have fast classes like druids and stuff, but a lot of times when you just need to like kill stuff, not necessarily loot it, just kill it, it's much better to have a ranged. Druids are good for farming bind and equip stuff from mobs. None of the above. Get a Five Guys cheeseburger. Oh, I miss Five Guys burgers and fries. It's so good. I love the fact that when they pour you the fries, they just put a bag, like the fries bag, in a bigger bag. Then they just take a shovel and just shovel it in, full up. Like they fill up the big bag with fries. Oh wait, no, I was trying to use paint on him. I forgot that I have a dragon that I'm riding now. Getting some achievements, that's always something. Okay, come on. I need this. Are you kidding me? Wait, one of these I didn't have, I think. Oh my god, my bag. Needs to sell stuff. Yeah, there was way too many fries for you to eat on Five Guys. You know what I really miss? A triple baconator from Wendy's. Or if you go to Chili's, a Southern Smokehouse Bacon Big Mouth Burger without pickles. It used to be without pickles and onions, but I'm an adult now. I can eat onions, so. I hope they still have that menu. It's been quite some years since I lived in the US. Now she says she thinks she's sick. And I can't tell if she actually thinks she's sick. Not corona sick, okay, but just sick. I can't tell if she's like, cause I haven't fed her yet, or if it's like she actually feels sick. I'm gonna get a lot of gold. What did I have, like 16,000 when I started out? This is crazy. Oh yeah, by the way, if any of you are planning on having a particular Death Knight or Demon Hunter with a specific race or something, make them now before Shadowlands comes out or the pre-patch, because when the level squish happens, everything is gonna be like, when you make a Death Knight, it's gonna be like level 3 or something. So it's better to make them now. Oh, I haven't collected this one. Binds when equipped. I knew there was one that I could equip. Okay, let's delete this. Delete, delete, and delete. Okay, I'll equip it. I want it. It's like 40 gold or something on auction house. A lot. That's why it's 40 gold. I don't like pickles? No. At all. That's like the one thing that I just won't eat. Okay, so no mount there. Is there any sort of mount we can farm in 6 minutes? There's no, we can't farm that because everything is on cooldown. I think I'll go ahead and end the stream here then, because I need to leave in 6 minutes. Fiance being hungry and all. So I'll just go ahead and teleport. And then I will just continue next time, I guess. So thank you so much for watching. How many is actually watching? Let me just double check. Still 8 people watching. Actually, it doesn't say the right thing. It's 13 people watching. Okay. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I will continue next time. Again, if you want to get notifications regarding when I go live, there is a notification system. You just click the bell. I will probably be streaming on my other channel pretty soon. I have another channel with almost 300,000 subscribers, and I've been a little bit hesitant streaming on it because it is mostly a tutorial channel for programming. Not really a gaming channel, but I have moved some gaming content onto the channel lately after changing the whole identity and name of it. So probably gonna be streaming a little bit of Fall Guys at some point. Maybe Sunday, we'll see. So yeah. Yeah, take care, Alk, and everyone else. You're so handsome. Yes. Is it me, Daddy? Am I the handsome one?